This year was a year that I honestly didn't think very much of going into it. I mean, in comparison to 2023, the plans I had for the year really weren't very much. I was going from having a new trip every 3 months to literally nothing. However, it wasn't all negative. I honestly was excited for 2024, and when doing my end of 2023 reflection, I wrote that I wanted to continue my streak of good years, that I wanted to learn and grow as a person while I was studying. I didn't want to get stuck in a rut, falling into old habits of hating school, wasting time with things that I didn't find important or think would benefit me. And honestly, a year later, I'm proud to say that I think I did that. I spent time focusing on myself and the relationships that really mattered. I grew a lot, starting university and making friends who I'm so grateful for. Of course, uni wasn't all Wednesday lunches, thrifting after class, and communicating in whispers. There were moments that I definitely struggled. Shifting back into the school mindset and having assignments and classes was very difficult. There was plenty of early morning train rides that I used to rush through that lessons module, and nights that I stayed up to complete assignments last minute. However, the people that I got to spend 2 days a week with definitely made it worth it. And of course, having a concert to look forward to always made it easier to sit through a 3-hour class. I've always loved music, but this year I truly depended on it. I found a little safe space in my world of music, from making playlists, listening to a vinyl and marking the days of an album release, to lining up for hours before the concert, buying merch, and finally hearing that one song live. In 2024, I went to 14 concerts, starting the year off strong with the one and only Goodreads tour. I think you could probably say that this was my concert of the year. It was one I'd looked forward to since buying the tickets, and an experience which I will never forget. Then we had 2 nights of Noah Khan, the first emergence of the fan pen, if you know you know, Louis Tomlinson lining up in that insane heat to make 10-year-old Ella scream, and of course the Eras tour. 2 nights which I honestly still don't believe happened. The bracelets, the glitter, and the surprise songs all seem like a dream now. Then we had SZA's SOS tour, followed by Niall Horan, 5 hours of lining up in intermittent rain, sharing a poncho between 4 people, and painting the Irish flag on our cheeks. Macklemore was a concert I didn't expect to love so much, but it truly was an incredible night. A dance battle, and seeing the way he incorporates such important and seemingly taboo topics into music that you can't not love. The older tour felt like a warm hug, much needed in the depths of winter, followed a week later by Found Heaven on tour, and let me tell you, we definitely found heaven in that moment. Enough of the sweet talk was so much fun, laughing in between songs, and despite being second row from the top, the Guts tour was honestly the most amazing concert, one that I will never forget. And finally, we ended the year off with the Wallows model tour. Going back to our roots, we lined up at the Horden for 6 hours, playing cards, and screamed when Dylan looked in our direction. So yeah, you could see that 2024 was the year of concerts. But it was also a year that I learned to cherish the little moments. From solo dates after uni to a different cute Pinterest cafe, to finding joy in books and fictional worlds that I longed for. 2024 was the year that I turned 20. Something that may not sound very big or daunting, however, as my psychologist informed me when I told her that I was definitely having a quarter-life crisis, we place such standardized goals around the numbers that we call our age. As a society, 20 is a year that we're meant to be matured, moving away from any hint of child or young adulthood to those big life-changing years called our 20s. She told me it is simply just a part of growing up. And no, I was not having a quarter-life crisis. Just the realization that perhaps the standards that were set for our parents' generation don't suit our own. So by the time my 20th birthday rolled around, you could say that I was content, and honestly had one of the best birthdays I'd had in a long time. And now we come to the point that we've all been waiting for. In the span of 3 weeks, I got told I got accepted to work on Hayman Island, and I packed up my life and I moved to an island. Yeah, it was really hard, and it still is from time to time. However, this time I noticed that homesickness I'd felt in France and America didn't quite hurt as much. Yes, I miss my family and my friends and my dogs, but I was not drowning in that horrible grief like homesickness that I'd come to hate. And honestly, I couldn't be happier. Well, maybe if I wasn't in housekeeping. The last 2 months of the year were a blur of beach days, work, turtle spotting, snorkeling, evenings at sunset, some more work, bar nights, swimming at Alcatraz, and games of pool that I never won. As the year drew to a close, that odd week from Christmas to New Year, I definitely struggled, experiencing some of the most prominent homesickness that I'd felt since moving here. Watching everyone back home spend time with their families while I wasn't with mine made it a very hard Christmas. However, in the spirit of finding the good and the bad, I can now say that I spent Christmas, Easter, and my birthday away from home. So I guess I am really growing up. And I think that's how I'd sum up 2024. While I matured a lot in 2023, I think that 2024 was the year that I truly accepted that. Realizing that 20 doesn't mean I have to start getting my life together, saving to buy a house, or getting a 9 to 5. Instead, it's just the beginning of being an adult. The first time I get to truly enjoy the freedom of being out of school, and that everyone's lives will go in different directions from here. It's a year I'll definitely always remember. It's brought so many amazing people into my life and allowed me to spend even more time with the ones who have been in it for a while. And I know it's like 3 months late, but Happy New Year, and I'm so excited for 2025. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's a bit different from my other ones, but I was really excited to make it. I'll see you guys next time. Toodles!